him in right now, because he sees me. Come on in. Okay.
Stay there.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm just gonna go finish getting ready. I'll be right there.
Where are you?
I'll be right back. Just sit at the bar and I'll be right there.
All right, well, I'll be out here.
Just take a seat.
Come here.
What? No, I promise I'll be right back.
No, come here.
I'll be right there.
Come
Just
here.
wait. Try to be a little patient.
Actually, I want you to come here.
That's what I thought.
Would you have a seat right over there, please? Okay. What are you doing here?
I just came to hang out, really.
You came to hang out.
Yeah.
And you came to hang out with who?
I had a feeling this was what was going on, honestly.
You had a feeling what was going on?
That this was some sort of setup.
A setup. A setup for what?
I don't know, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't come here for anything physical. I just was bored. I'm going through a divorce. I just wanted to get out of the house, honestly.
So you couldn't go to a sports bar to watch a game, or you
I've been
couldn't go
doing
to
that all
a pal's
weekend,
house?
man.
And so you thought you'd come here to this house?
I know it wasn't a good idea from the get-go.
Who did you think you were going to meet here?
Just this kid I've been talking to.
This kid.
I know she's a kid.
How old?
13, 14.
13. And how old are you?
Too old for a 13, 14-year-old.
Too old. And how old is that?
26.
26. And you thought it was okay to come over here to visit a 13-year-old girl home alone?
No, I really didn't.
But you're here.
I know. I don't know why.
What's your name?
My name's Jim.
Jim what?
That's what I have to say.
I'm going to find out.
Am I going to get arrested for this?
That's not up to me.
Are you going to turn me in?
Again, that's not up to me.
I mean, I really... Fuck.
What do you do for a living, Jim?
I'd rather not say.
Jim,
I'd rather not say.
why don't you just tell me where you work?
Who do you work for?
I'll get to that in a minute.
No, I'd really like to know. I'm sure I'm on TV or something right now.
Why don't you just tell me what you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher. And what grade do you teach?
6th grade.
6th grade. So you teach kids about the same age as the girl you were coming to see.
I would never do anything. I don't know why I'm here. Can I go?
No, not just yet.
Are the police here?
Again,
Sir, please just tell me.
I have some more questions for you. There's nothing I can do to keep you here, but I have some more questions for you.
Are the police here?
I have to talk to you about some of the things that you said on the internet.
Okay.
You were on your webcam, showing off in front of this 13-year-old girl.
I know.
And the conversation you had with this girl...
It was bad. I know. I know. I don't know why. I need help.
You're cute, too. Definitely have a pretty face. For jailbait. Laugh out
I knew
loud.
it was wrong. I knew it was wrong. I'm sorry.
I could be your teacher. Would you flirt with me? She says wink at you and stuff. Hee hee, okay. Cute. You'd like that. I'd be flattered. Not like that's a bad thing. Innocent enough.
I knew I shouldn't have come. I knew I shouldn't have come. I'm sorry, man. I knew it.
What school do you teach at, Jim?
I'm not going to tell you. You're going to find out. I'm going to get arrested, I'm sure.
How about St. Margaret of York?
That's it.
Is that right? Do you coach too?
Not anymore, apparently.
You say, I guess I'd like to kiss you. You say, I
you
guess
know
I'd
what?
kiss you too then.
Look, dude, I know what I said. I shouldn't have said it. My life just ended completely.
Why did you do it?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I have
You're a
no damn
grown-up.
clue. This was the stupidest thing I've ever done. Just end it, man. This is...
Where are you most ticklish? All over. Oh, my
Look,
God.
dude, I don't
nice.
care. I know what I said. You don't need it for your
You
TV
don't care?
audience. I know that. No. All right, let me phrase that.
Please
I
sit
do.
down.
No.
I'd like you to sit down, please.
I know you would. I'll tell. I mean, here's the. I know what I said.
It gets a lot worse than
Yeah,
that.
I know, and I don't want to get into that. If I'm going to be arrested, just please have me arrested. I need help, obviously.
Do you do this often?
No, this is the first time I've ever done
This is the first time. You know, because I've heard that a lot.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure I'm
It
probably not the
seems
first
like
guy to do this.
everybody who comes into this house says it's their first time.
I'm sure they do.
So, what were you going to do with this 13-year-old girl?
I wasn't really going to. I mean, I called her earlier and said I'm not really comfortable with this. I didn't, and she kept saying, "Come on, I'll just hang out." I didn't want to do anything.
But you did get in the
I
car
don't
and
know
drive
why.
here from
The whole
Cincinnati.
damn way, I was thinking, "What am I doing? Why am I just not going home?"
But still, you
Yeah,
drove
I did.
here,
I
you
don't
got out,
know
you knocked on the
why.
door, and you walked in.
I know, and I didn't want to.
And you're all anxious, wanting to see the girl.
She just said, "I'm just going to watch a movie," and I said, "Well, what the hell? I'll sit there and watch a movie with her."
Want to make out.
Look,
Sure.
dude. I mean, I'm sure the police are probably here. I'm going to go.
Right now, I totally do it.
You want to know why I was doing all that? Honestly,
Yeah.
I am going through a divorce. My wife Thursday told me she was leaving me. I don't know what spawned this. I mean, I was just in an Ohio chat room, an adult chat room, and this was a week or so ago, and she started talking to me.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it right for you to
I know.
have this kind of
I know,
discussion.
and I shouldn't have.
Look,
I guess.
divorce is tough. Everybody gets that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna-
Nobody's going to make fun of that, right?
Well, I'm.
Okay, it's not
On
good.
top of that, what kills me right now, on top of the fact that I just blew that part of my life, and I don't even know you, I don't know why I just ruined the rest of my life. I just lost my job as a teacher. I'm probably going to go to jail. I'm not going to survive in jail. For what? For what?
For what?
I don't know.
Do you have an issue with the internet? Do you have a compulsion, an addiction?
I think I do. I mean, it's not with
I mean, help me
kids.
to explain.
I don't know.
Help me to understand.
I've thought about this a lot for years. Maybe I should just stop. Maybe I should get counseling. Maybe I should get help. And I always thought, well, it's not that big a deal. I've never taken it to this step. I don't know if this week has just pushed me over the edge.
Look, you're not the first guy to have an issue with the internet and sexually charged conversations,
I know.
addictions and compulsions.
It's not.
I mean, we see it a lot.
Instead of me being arrested, is there some way you can help me?
Well, I don't know that I can do that.
I mean, will you give me some of the information here and tell me what exactly is going on?
You want to know what's going on? Do you ever watch television? Do you ever watch Dateline NBC?
Oh, damn, I've seen one of these.
You've seen one of these.
You know, that was one of the reasons I thought, why am I doing this? This could be a setup.
But let me get this straight. You've actually seen our previous programs on computer predators.
I didn't think I was a predator. I wasn't coming up here for anything physical. I know I talk, look, that was
All
like fantasy.
here.
That was like
I
fantasy.
know, but everybody says that. But what's going to happen if I'm not here and the 13-year-old girl is? You got all charged up by seeing
I know.
this gal on the webcam.
I know. I don't know why.
Could I kiss you anywhere?
I'm sorry.
That'd
I
be
don't-
fun.
Man, I
You
know
could
it's on
point and I'd
TV.
kiss it.
Can I go?
Look, there's nothing I can do to keep you here.
I'm sure you're going to turn this into the police, right?
Well,
I'm gonna be on TV.
That's not up to me. I mean, we're doing a story. You've seen the stories before. Didn't you think, after seeing the previous stories,
I did.
that maybe this is something I shouldn't do?
That's why I didn't want to come. I really, deep down, thought this is the stupidest idea. I don't know why I'm here.
But
I know.
Nobody was twisting your arm.
You're right. You're right. You're 100%
You're a
right.
grown-up.
Yeah. I don't feel like one right now. I feel like an idiot.
I mean, I'm just trying to understand how it gets to this point. You even acknowledge it's wrong here, but I don't want either of us getting into trouble.
I know. I knew I could get in a lot of trouble for this. I don't know why I'm here.
You talk about
Stupid.
parking around back. I'm so freaking horny.
Yeah, I know.
You know if you had me naked, I'd want more, right? Yeah, I would too.
Look, man, you don't have to read it. Your TV guy, everybody that's watching this knows why I'm here. It was stupid. I wasn't really going to do anything.
I know, but that's
But I
hard
know,
to square
I know.
with what you said
I
here,
know.
Jim.
I really know.
And everybody who comes in says, I really wasn't going to do anything. And if you're going to have this conversation and then come over here and a 13-year-old girl is home alone,
I shouldn't have done it. I don't know what I'm here for.
the other issue, well, it sounds like what you're here for is to have sex with a 13-year-old
I
girl.
wasn't going to have sex with her. Look, give me a Bible. I swear to God.
You know, a lot of people have had religious conversions after walking in here.
Oh, I'm sure. And I'm not that religious of a guy.
And the other...
I'll tell you this. I might have kissed her. I wouldn't have done anything else.
You might have kissed her.
Might have. I know I shouldn't.
And where's that going to lead once you start kissing her?
I wouldn't have let it. I'm honest with you right now. I know nobody watching's going to believe. I wouldn't have done anything else. She is a kid. I knew that when I was coming up here. I wasn't going to do anything. I'm an adult.
You're a teacher.
Yeah, I know.
That's a position of trust and leadership in the community. You know how kids think. You know it's a very emotionally charged time for them.
I'm not a teacher anymore.
I mean, you're equipped to take advantage of somebody that age should you choose to do so. And by coming here today, it certainly appears as though that's exactly what you were trying to do. Divorce or not, computer problem or not. You know, the experts tell us that, okay, the guy may say, I'm not going to do it this time. Maybe not the next time. But sometime it's going to happen.
You're right. Can I talk to you off camera?
I can't do that. I'm sorry. What's the
Do you guys have any help for me?
There are a number of ways to get help, and we're going to get into that in the story. We've got into it in some of the past stories.
Is there any way to keep myself off of this thing?
We've made no decisions as to who's going to be in or out of the story. We're just getting started. So I can't.
If there's some way I do start getting help, I mean, my insurance covers therapy, and that's obviously what I need for obviously more than this issue, but another number of things. Even if it was something I just don't, my life's a wreck right now. On top of this, I don't want this to ruin the rest of my life.
Well, I can tell you what. I can give you my card, and you can keep in touch, and we can.
Are the police here? Am I going to be taken out of here in handcuffs right now?
I mean, that's not up to me. But that's my card. I'm sorry, Sprinkle. That's my card.
That's okay.
But if you want to call and stay in contact.
I mean, even if maybe there's, I don't know, a way that without telling the world that I screwed up royally, that you can maybe do hide my identity. I'll even sit down with you, and I can try to get help.
All I can tell you right now is, because we're just getting started with this and we're in the middle of it, I mean, all I'm saying is that you can call me. I'll be happy to talk to you as we continue to put the story together. And that's really all I can tell you at this point. Because I just don't know how it's all going to shape up. And I'm just being straight with you, that's all.
I know.
So I can't promise you one thing or another.
I promise you a lot right now.
Well, I understand that.
And
a lot of people promise.
I know. And you know what? And the last one I saw, the guy was dumb enough that he came here, the next damn day he went and tried to do it again. I'm not that stupid. I don't know why I'm here. I need help. But you know what? You're right. I'm a teacher. And I don't do it because I'm some pervert. I love teaching. I love kids. It's the only thing I've ever loved. I don't know what the hell. I don't know why I'm here. And you asked me if I coach. Yeah, I coach. And not because I was trying to find a damn date or get. It's because I like working with those people. I like teaching kids. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I know you've heard this. Hell, I've seen people sit here and say the same stuff.
But what does it say?
It doesn't say much for me. I know.
About the fact that you were suspicious. You had seen our previous stories. Probably got a chuckle out of what happened to some of these guys.
Yeah, and honestly, I sat there and watched and thought, those guys are sick. Why would you do that? And that was what, a month and a half ago? And then here I am.
But what does it say about your issue that you would watch the program,
I don't
pass
know.
judgment on the guys in that show,
I'm a
and then
hypocrite.
show up here yourself?
I'm obviously a hypocrite. I'm sorry, Mr. Hansen. I'm sorry, all you guys. I'm sorry if this does end up on air. I'm sorry. Everybody else that sees this, don't do it. I mean, that's why I said if there's any way I can get help, if I can show you I've gotten help, if I can show you that it's helping me.
I mean, all I can tell you is that, you let me know what's going on.
I mean,
That's my number, that's my email.
I mean, how much trouble am I in if you do turn this into the police?
Well, that's not up to me. I mean,
But I mean, I don't even know.
I mean, all I'm involved in is the story. So
Does anybody here know? I know you guys aren't allowed to be on camera, but
because they're all involved in the story too. The law enforcement part is something that's separate and that I don't control.
I mean, I know I've seen some of them that I could be wrong. I watched bits and pieces of it. We talked about it, and like I said, I thought, what the hell's wrong with these people?
Did you talk about it in school?
Yeah, we talked about it with the other teachers. A lot of us had seen it. And we thought, why would you do that? We all.
So these stories have been a topic of discussion at the school where you teach.
And then here I am.
And then here you are. What are you going to say to those other teachers?
I don't know. I have no idea. I can't. I don't know what I'll do. I don't want you to think I'm a monster. I'm not. I'm really not. I don't think. I didn't think I was anyway. Maybe I am.
But you're here. Drove 2 hours to get here.
You know,
Plenty of time to...
I was this close, honestly, to just going to the Wright Pat Air Force Museum. I was this close. I thought, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I thought I'll go there, or I saw some tourist something on whatever state route I was on. I even thought, hell, while I'm here, I'll go to the place I bought my car here, believe it or not, and see if they've got the key they never gave me. I had so many things cross my mind that what I should be doing. And it's like I was thinking no, but I just did it anyway. I don't know why.
I mean, was it like some...
Can I drink this?
Yes, you may.
I can't. I'm getting dry. Obviously.
Are you suggesting that you couldn't control yourself?
Apparently not. I don't know. And I'm not trying to make excuses. I know it sounds like that. I don't know. I mean, I've always talked to people online, and I've never done anything like this. You're right. It's like I couldn't control myself. I'm not trying to make excuses. I don't know if I've just shut down this week. I am about to go through a divorce. I know I wouldn't be here.
If it wasn't for that.
If it wasn't for that. I can honestly say that because I wouldn't have, wanted to hurt my wife and ex-wife now. And I think maybe I just said, what the hell, I've got nothing else to lose right now. And obviously, I really didn't think that one through because I'm pretty sure this is going to cost me the rest of everything I know.
But, you look like a guy who's got it together, who could go out and be social and talk to women your age.
I try.
Have buddies.
I don't know why I'm here. Jesus.
I mean, was it the allure of...
I don't know. I really, honestly, and you're right.
Of some forbidden
Could be.
Fantasy? Is that
Must
what's
be
going
it.
on? I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I don't know,
I'm
Chris,
not trying to be
Mr.
a hard
Hansen.
guy about it.
I know.
But I'm just trying to understand it, that's all.
I know. I don't, you know what, I wish I understood it. I don't know if it was, like you said, just because it was forbidden, or, I don't know. I wish I could tell you.
Because
I
the
could
law
tell. I
is
wish
very
I could-
clear on a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, just the chat.
Probably wasn't a good idea.
Illegal.
Is it really?
Against the law.
Just to talk to somebody? I mean, with
to
with
solicit
sex.
for sex.
But I wasn't soliciting for sex.
Well, I know.
I really wasn't.
I'm not the prosecutor. I'm not the police. But I'm just saying, you know what you said. it was sexually
will you
charged.
turn in all this stuff two and two?
We're really gathering this for a story. Law enforcement does what law enforcement does. We do what we do.
So you just give them like that? And say,
I
showed up
personally,
at
personally don't. I mean, we use this for the story, and the law enforcement part of it is something totally separate.
Like I said, my life is pretty much going to right now, and I hate the fact that I just made an even bigger mistake and probably just cost myself everything else. My friends, trust, my job. I just want to get help, and I know that's probably not going to happen. But I wish I could, I wish I wouldn't have done something stupid like this, but I wish I could just find help.
Well, help is out there.
I know. That's why I wish, if I don't end up in jail, I hope I don't end up in jail for this stupid mistake. I don't want to throw away my life for something.
Have you ever gone to visit somebody who's underage before?
No.
Have you ever chatted with somebody who's underage before on the internet?
I have. And like I said, I don't know if it was just the kind of allure and the fantasy.
So how many times do you figure you've done that in the past?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, the internet's been around since I was that age. And I guess as I grew up, I just, I would chat and things like that. Probably more than I should have. I don't know. But, no, I know you said, and I saw it on the damn show, every one of them walked in, and I'm sorry, I'll watch my language. Every one of them walked in, I've never done this, and I'm sure some of them had. I really haven't. I don't know why I did it.
But you have chatted with underage
I have,
kids.
but never with the intention that I was really going to do something. And then today it was like...
But these conversations were sexual in nature?
Yeah, sometimes. And that's one of the things, like I said, I think it was before these guys even came out. And I know it was, actually. I've thought many times, how do I stop this? How do I get... And I guess, not like this isn't embarrassing as hell, but I was always just too embarrassed to even go talk to a counselor or talk to a therapist and say, look, I think I've got a problem. Here's what I do. Why? How do I fix this? How do I help myself?
How often do you figure that you've talked to somebody who's underage?
This age, not. Like I said, I was in an adult room. I was talking to people that were 20, 25, and I was just clicking on random names and, just chatting with girls, guys. Not sexually usually. And I clicked on hers and we started talking, and I even think at first I was like, I was a little young, and I know I've been trying not to do that. I really have. I thought, well, it's innocent enough. We're just chatting about stupid stuff, whatever, no big deal. I do the same thing at school.
But it almost appears, if you look at this, like there was a grooming process. Like you were trying to
I remember you said that, and I've examined, do I do that? Is that what I'm doing when I'm on here? I remember hearing that and thinking, is that me? Is that what I'm doing? I didn't think of it like that. I don't know how many studies there have been on how, obviously, I'm something I didn't think I was.
But as a teacher, obviously, you read the stuff about making sure kids don't fall prey to stuff like this.
I don't. In
right?
school, I've never, ever crossed that line. Ever. I've never even considered it when I was with kids.
But I'm not even suggesting that. What I am suggesting is, as a teacher, you're exposed to the material that explains how this can happen, what to look for in your students to make sure they don't fall prey to this sort of thing, and here you are involved in this kind of activity.
God, I don't know how I'm going to tell anybody. I wish I didn't have to. Why am I here?
If you saw the stories, and you're up on the material, and you realize the danger, that must say something about the allure, at least for you, of this sort of activity. And again, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just trying to get it.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about. Oh, Jesus, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why I did it. Like I said, I've never, ever crossed a line like that with a person that I was a student. Ever. Not even thought about it. I guess maybe it was just like online, it was like they weren't real.
It's all pretend.
That's kind of what it feels like, I think.
But it was real when you walked in that door.
Oh, yeah. And like I said, I'd seen. Haven't there been 2 of these, or just 1?
3.
3. I'd seen them. I knew that was a possibility, and I thought, why would I throw my life away for this? And I just kept driving. I don't know why. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell America. I wish I could tell everybody that I'm going to have to tell.
What do you say to other men your age who are now in chat rooms talking to girls, underage girls? What do you say to them?
What would I say, having been here?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? I can't say I don't feel really hypocritical, but I would be like, look, you need to step back and figure out what your intentions are. Is this worth it? And for what? I mean, I'm serious. I know that doesn't look good. Honestly, on the way up, I thought, you know what, I'll just hang out, watch a movie, and go home.
It's a long way to drive to hang out and watch a movie.
You're right, and I know, like I said, it doesn't look good. It sounds like I'm just full of BS. But I thought, she's a kid. She's half my age. I'm not going to do something like that to her. And I know, everybody out there is going to think I'm full of it, but that's really the whole way up here, back and forth again. Why should I just turn around? Should I go somewhere else? Should I just go, pull over and cry because my life's crap right now? And then here I am. But what would I say? I don't know. Why are you here? Have you really thought about this? Have you thought about the consequences for yourself? Have you thought about the consequences if you guys weren't here?
What could have happened?
Even if it hadn't been this, even if nothing had happened, I could have messed her life up. I mean,
you know how vulnerable a 13-year-old kid can be. You got him.
Like I said, I don't know if it was the internet. Like I said, I think something about it. Even when I was that age, it was like it wasn't real. I'm talking to people that it's people you don't know. You can chat about politics or cars or sports or obviously sex, but it's like it's not real. If they get mad or you get mad at them, you never have to see them again. And I don't know what. I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses. I don't know if it was just that this week pushed me over the edge, and that's why I crossed this line. I really never have just driven to meet a 13-year-old before. Why would I? But I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what made me do it.
Will you do me a favor? Will you keep me posted?
I will.
All right.
I mean
that's my number, right?
Mr. Hansen, I'm serious.
I appreciate that. That's why I asked you to.
I don't. And I know it's not up to you. It's going to be up to your producers. I'm serious that I'm going to get help. I know you hear that probably from every single schmuck that walks through that door, that I'm going to get help. And like I said, I even saw that idiot go out and try it again the next day. And I don't know if that's even going to happen. I don't know if I should even go home and call my parents, call my lawyer, call my principal and say, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm going to be able to. I've never thought about it with those kids. I never would have crossed that line with any of them because they're real to me. I see their emotions. I don't want to throw that away, and I'm afraid I just did. But if there's any way that I can help you, and that if the police, the prosecutor, your bosses, and I know it's not up to you, could, like I said, even if you hide my identity, you can use my words if you spew my voice. I don't know, and then even do a follow-up. Interview me, I'll start talking to someone. Hell, I'm sitting here doing it, what could be on national television. I guess I can now do it with a therapist.
You wish you had done it before with a therapist instead of sitting here with me and always telling the camera?
Oh, yeah. And I'm not kidding. I've thought about that more than once. I mean, I guess I could have been like the other guys and taken off running. But then I guess I wouldn't have gotten to tell my side of why I'm here. You would have known who I was anyway, and it would have probably been worse. I have thought about I'll be frank. I mean, since I was probably 20, 21, and of course then, it was, I'm 20, she's 17, I'm chatting to her, no big deal. It was like I kept getting older, and then,
Kids
it's
get
cliche, they got younger, they stayed the same age, and, 99.9% of the people I would even talk to on there are 19, 20, 21 at the youngest. But it was the other ones that I always thought, well, why am I chatting? And the fact that many a times I thought, I'm married, why am I chatting to women anyway? Maybe I should talk to somebody. And I always thought, I just can't put that out there in front of a therapist. I couldn't admit it to myself, and I couldn't admit it to a stranger. And now here I am. I just hope it's not too late for me. I know America, if this makes it on, is going to think that, I should never be within a mile of a kid again. And I'm sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. And I've honestly, especially the parents of the kids that are probably going to see this that know me, I've never thought about it with one of them. Never would have done it. I mean, hell, nobody at school even knows except my principal and a couple of my close friends knows I'm getting divorced.
What do you think they're going to say at school?
I think they'll be surprised. Because I'm not... This isn't me. I don't know. I hope they're surprised.
But I guess the question that some people might ask is this. If you eventually evolve to the point where you'd come here to meet a 13-year-old girl after this kind of conversation, at what point do you suddenly become interested in kids in the school you teach? Right? It's a legitimate question.
That's why I want help. Maybe, I don't know. You've seen this a lot of times. What do I do now?
Well, I'm not in the business of giving...
You're not a person that gives
psychiatric advice, but I think if you were to inquire anywhere just like you would if you were feeling you were ill in any other way, they would probably help you.
But what do I do with it? I mean, like I said, do I go home and call my boss and say I can't come in anymore?
Those are things that I just can't.
I know.
I'm not in a position to give you advice on. Now, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you shedding light on this situation because I think it's helpful in a number of different ways. And again, I'm being serious about this. That's my number and that's my email. And keep me posted as to how things are going. And I'm willing to have a continuing discussion with you in terms of what's going to be in the story or not in the story. We're just starting, so I can't.
I mean, when is this thing supposed to air and all that?
Those things are going to be decided once we get the story together, and it's not done yet. So, I mean, like I said, if you want to keep in touch with me, as I know that information, I'm going to share it with you. I'm not going to hide it from you,
I know.
So, I'm just being as straight up about it as I can.
I just don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, a lot of those guys came in here, and I know there was one that was like a rabbi, and and a lot of those guys weren't in a position that they were with kids. And I feel like, as much as I love my job, and as embarrassing and as hard as it's going to be to tell anyone, I don't know if I should go back and put myself there. But like I said, it's the only thing I've ever loved, teaching. It's the only thing I've ever been good at. And I hate to throw that all away for a stupid frickin' mistake. And something that I really did go back and forth on so much.
It's tortured you.
It really did. I mean, I know some of those guys were like, heck yeah, gung-ho, I'm in, and probably a lot of them had done it before. And I'm sure some of them hadn't. Some of them were probably in my boat, that it was just like a mistake.
Well, Jim, I appreciate that.
I'm sorry. I mean, you tell that kid I'm sorry too. All right?
I will.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm sorry. Is that still on?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I really am. If anybody that I know sees this, I am sorry. Don't think of me as a monster. I'm not. I made a mistake.
Do me a favor. Close your eyes.
I mean, am I supposed to leave now, or should I?
Yeah, no, you're free to leave. Yeah. I mean, if you want to take the water, you can take the water.
Right. Sorry, guys. I'll keep in touch. You know what I'm doing.
All right. I appreciate that.
Sheriff's Department, stop, put your hands on your head. You have the right to remain silent, you understand? Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, you understand? You have the right to talk to a lawyer, have them present with you while you're being questioned, do you understand that?
Sir.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you can decide, or you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not to answer any questions or make any statements, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Phone in.
Tuck your head. Look your knees.
What's your knees, your head coming out? Yeah. No, I didn't grab a jacket. Wait here, I see the black chair there, okay?
Can we slide you over to the front, maybe?
What's that?
Can that customer move maybe to my front? They're really hurting me.
They're in.
They're doing so much something. I'm not going anywhere.
They'll see for now, alright? I get what they say. What's that? Say your correct address on
No, it's actually not.
It's not?
No. That's my old address.
What is your address now?
2940 Millbank Row. Millbank, all one word.
How would you spell that?
Millbank.
Okay.
It's Mainville, Ohio.
Fairfield?
No, it's Mainville.
Manville?
Mainville, Maineville. 45039 is a zip.
Can I have your phone number? 9. Okay.
22.
22?
Yes.
Okay. The name of the road, spell that for me again.
Millbank, Millbank.
Oh, B. Okay.
Yeah, we started. We just started. Yeah. Thank you.
You don't have any properties?
There was a...
Probably.
All right, James, is that correct? James Rutherford? Okay. I'm Sergeant Sean Trissel. This is Deputy Scott Mullen, Dark County Sheriff's Office here, okay? You've been read your rights out at the scene when you was arrested, okay? And you understand those rights, correct? Okay, and you understand that those rights are still in effect at this time while we're talking to you, okay? First off, I just want to start by getting confirming your personal information. Okay?
Yes, sir.
It's James M. Rutherford, is that correct? Okay, can you answer me yes or no
Yes,
instead
sir.
of a nod?
Yeah.
Thank you. Is your current address 3 View Drive,
No, sir.
103? What's your current address?
2940 Millbank Road.
Mel Bank?
Mill, M-I-L-L Bank,
Okay.
Mainville, Ohio.
Mainville?
Mainville, yes, sir.
That M-A-I-N?
I-N-E, I think.
Okay. What's the zip code there?
45039.
You got a phone there?
No, that's my cell. That's the only thing I got.
Okay, what's your cell? And your social?
That's correct.
And your birthday? February 14th
Yes.
of 80?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You work anywhere? Where do you work at?
St. Margaret of York School.
Are you a teacher there? What grade do you teach?
6th.
The reason we have it here is because we have some chat logs.
Yeah. I talked to the guy at the thing about it.
Okay. And we kind of want to sit down and talk to you about it, okay?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Is the chat name that you used
IU Rutherford.
IU Rutherford?
Yes, sir. Can I ask if I'm being charged? Is that fair? Or
Yes. You're going to be looking at charges.
what charges?
Right now, till once we talk and we go through everything, just depending on
Okay.
what your belief was, what was actually said, and everything else, and what actually occurred.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As soon as we get done here, I'll let you know the exact charges against you.
Okay.
Okay. What was the screen name of the person you was talking to? Do you remember?
I really actually don't know.
I'd say Princess Danika.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar?
That's it. Now, you guys, should I have a lawyer?
That I cannot answer for you. You do have a right to an attorney, as you're advised in your rights. Did they ever advise what name did you think her real name was?
The Danika.
Danika?
Yeah.
Okay. How old did you believe this female to be?
I think she said 13 or 14. I couldn't remember.
Okay. I guess first question I'll ask you is what brought you to the address on 5K Avenue?
I don't know. I don't know.
What did you believe was going to happen when you got there?
Honestly, nothing. I had decided long ago that I wasn't going to do anything physical with the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. I know it's probably hard for you to believe, but I didn't even really want to come. I told the guy over there, I don't know why I was coming. My mind told me, stop, she's a kid. I am a teacher. I've never done anything like this before. And I just kept driving. But I decided long before I got here that I'm not going to do anything with her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to touch her. I'm not going to violate her. She's a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
know
in
it.
your log, you
I
talked
know.
about
I know.
performing sexual acts together. Is that
We
right?
talked about kissing.
Hmm?
And we talked about kissing.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't think. I don't know. I know.
You talked about her dressing slutty and that she was a virgin. Is that right?
Did I? I
Yeah.
didn't remember asking that, honestly.
You told her you'd show her your butt. Is that correct?
I really don't remember, sir.
Okay.
I know it was wrong. She said quite a few things, but I don't think I ever said anything beyond what I just told you.
You did.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
What did I say?
Maybe I'll tell you in just a minute.
Up here you're talking about you asked her if she'd make you take your shirt off.
Yeah.
And that you said you wanted to take hers off. And that you would get to see her with her shirt off. And then you asked her if she would want you to take anything else off. And then you asked her once she had you naked, what would she do with you? And she said she didn't know she'd never been naked with a man before. And you said, haha, would you take anything off but your shirt? And she said, yeah. And you said, what? She said, her bra. Then you asked if she would let you kiss her boobs and her tummy. And then you said down here that you're so freaking horny. And you know if you had me naked, I'd want more, right? And then you asked if that would bother her.
I wasn't insinuating that I would make her do more, sir.
And then you ask her if she means to have sex, and she said yes.
Yeah, she started that, though. I believe, sir.
So you want me to believe that you talked about being horny, and then you ask her how horny she is and if she's wet, and then you say you want to have fun with her.
I mean, I was planning on it, sir.
And you talked to her about letting her see more on your cam. That you thought about sending more. That you was going to be naughty. And then down here you asked what she was wearing. She said a jean and tank tops. You said cute. And then you asked anything else. She said socks. And you laughed out loud. And then she said underwear. And then you asked no panties. And then you said, oh, okay. So you're wondering what kind of clothes this 13-year-old kid's wearing. Asking her if she's horny, telling her that you're horny. guess my question to you is, throughout this whole thing and the talking, and things that you said, there's pretty much a belief that you guys were going to kiss, get naked, and then it could lead elsewhere.
Not really.
Not really? You didn't take that by what you put in here?
Sir, I never intended, when I was saying all that, to actually come up here today.
But you did come up here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I didn't intend.
So whether you made an intent to come up here or not,
I know it's
you
illegal.
still typed this stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
And you had the belief that if you come up here, there was a chance that you guys were going to have sex.
I wasn't going to have sex with her, sir. In fact, I don't think she mentioned it. And I said, you mean sex.
So you're telling me you didn't believe one bit you were going to come up here and have sex
No,
with this
sir, I
girl?
did not. No, sir. I know it looks like that, I'm sure. But no, sir. I did not.
So if you didn't think you're coming up here to have sex, what did you think you're coming up here for?
Honestly, and I know you guys haven't seen what I discussed with Mr. Guy from NBC. I don't know why I decided to come up. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be saying this without a lawyer, but I don't know. I decided long before I even got here, though, that I wasn't going to do anything physical with her.
But before you made that decision, there was a belief that something physical was going to happen. Even though you changed your mind.
No, sir.
And you said that
In fact, I wasn't
you
even
changed
gonna,
your mind.
I wasn't even going to come up, and I even
And
called
why
her.
did you come?
I don't know. I even called her and said, you know, I'm not really comfortable with this. You're way too young. And she said, come anyway. We'll just hang out. I don't know if you guys have logs of my phone calls, but that is what happened. I, in fact, turned around and was heading home, and I said, I don't think I'm going to come. I don't feel comfortable with this. I mean, I don't know if you can check that or not. And she said, no, come up. We'll have fun. I was just looking forward to hanging out, whatever. And I went home and thought, this is dumb. I shouldn't go. But if I drive up and just hang out, I'm not going to do anything. I'll drive home.
What did you anticipate you were going to have in common with this girl?
I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I didn't know why I was coming.
I mean, judging by what you guys chatted with, looks to me like there's only one reason, only one thing you could have in common with this girl.
That wasn't. I mean, we didn't start off, at least, I don't even know when I met that girl. It was just randomly in an Ohio adult room.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I even said, you know, I'm a lot older than you. I don't know.
I mean, do you think you would have anything in common with this girl? Is this a girl you wanted to date?
No, hell no. I didn't even want anything physical by the time I got here, sir. And she's 13. I didn't want to date her. I didn't.
I mean, obviously there were sexual thoughts.
Sure, I'm all.
I mean, by what
Obviously.
you typed. I mean, that's you know.
Obviously, but
When
no, sir,
at what
I
point
didn't.
did you lose those thoughts? I mean, at what point did you think that those thoughts were?
When it became real, when I was coming up here, I thought this is not a good idea.
So you were like halfway here and thought, what am I doing?
In fact,
or-
I told the guys over there, I almost turned off and just went to the Dayton Air Force Museum. I think I just,
Was that about when you started thinking this is a bad idea?
no. As soon as she said it yesterday, I thought, I mean, on the internet, it's almost like it's a fantasy, like it's not real, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of got real, and I thought, what? I don't even want to. That's stupid. And I don't know why I decided to come. I didn't really want to.
You must want to somewhat, or else you wouldn't be here now, right?
I think it was just, I don't know. I'm going, it won't matter to you, but I actually just found out a couple days ago I'm getting divorced. And I've just been trying to stay out of the house and stay busy, and I think I had nothing else to do today. And thought, well, I'll drive up there if nothing else, and if I even thought maybe I'll get here and turn around. But if nothing else, it was a couple hours I could just be out of the house, driving my car, whatever.
And here you talk about that you'd love to see her in like bra and panties.
Yeah, I remember saying that. I remember saying that.
Okay.
I think I said even something about her laying on top of me.
Yep. You said you
But
like
like I
her
said-
laying on top of you, kissing you,
That was
and
like
kind of grinding.
that was like an online fantasy. I never really intended for it to happen. I know you're
But you
not.
had fantasies that there was sex with this.
Not sex, no sir.
13-year-old.
No sir. I never said let's have sex. So.
Well, I guess I don't understand why a gentleman, how old are you?
26, sir.
26, school teacher, would even have any thought
I
of
don't-
wanting to meet a 13-year-old girl
You know what?
and go hang out.
You know what? I don't either. I told those guys over there.
Why a 26-year-old man would type the things that he typed to a 13-year-old girl, asking her,
I don't know, sir.
listen to me a minute, asking her what she was wearing, if she's wet, talking about her wearing her bra, her laying on top of you, you guys grinding.
I don't
That's
know.
things that a 26-year-old male does not say to a 13-year-old kid, unless you have ideas or thoughts that sexual acts could happen.
Sir, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I am
Okay,
a
with
teacher.
you hearing everything I told you, would you believe that the thought was,
Oh, I know. If I was in your shoes, hell no, I wouldn't believe a word I'm saying.
you would believe that your
I was-
whole plan was to come up here and have sex?
Yeah, if I was you, yes, sir,
No doubt.
no doubt.
Okay.
But that's not. That really wasn't my intention.
Well, I guess I still don't figure and understand your intention. You still come to the house.
Yes, sir.
They still
You
serve
didn't turn
facility.
around. You didn't drive
I
away.
don't know why.
You came
I
to the
wanted
house
to,
anyway.
I should have, and I didn't. I don't know why. I wasn't gonna have sex. I wasn't even gonna touch her.
So what was your intention when you got here? What was you going to do?
I mean, I called her and she's like, "I'm just gonna watch a movie." I was like, "Oh, whatever. I'll watch a movie with her." I mean, up until that point, I still hadn't decided if I was gonna.
And you knew she was home alone. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think she said that. So.
Okay. So all this put together, I mean,
I know it doesn't look
you
good.
expect me to believe that nothing was going to happen, or you didn't want anything
Do I
to
expect
happen?
you to believe it? You believe what you want, frankly.
Did you have any remote belief or fantasy that something would happen?
Sir, I'm around
You
kids.
did earlier, prior.
Sir, online, it doesn't seem real. It's like I'm talking to people that aren't real.
But online, you still know that she's a 13-year-old female.
Like I said,
So
sir,
why, even if it's not real, would you say those things to a 13-year-old female?
It's all up in the head, apparently. That's the only explanation I can give you, is that I'd
Have you ever talked to a minor before on the internet?
rather not answer that, sir.
Have you ever had any prior charges of
No, sir.
anything?
No, sir. And I've never done this before.
Okay.
I've never met a minor. I don't know.
Have you chatted with a minor before?
Like I said, yes, I have.
Okay. How many times?
I have no idea. The internet's been around since I was a minor.
Okay. When you say you have no idea, so you're saying many times you've
I don't
chatted
know.
with
I
minors.
chat with whoever on there.
Okay.
I mean, I just hang out.
But
and
you have
chat
chatted
and-
with minors?
Yes, sir.
Of what age?
I don't know.
13-year-olds before?
Probably.
12-year-olds?
I don't like going that low on kids.
So you stay 13. And
Usually,
have you ever mentioned
sir,
the stuff you mentioned in here before?
Sir, usually when I chat to people, they're 18, 19, 20 years old, closer to my age.
Okay. But it's not the first time you chatted with a 13-year-old.
Sir, no, it's not.
And have you made sexual comments to these others?
Yes, sir.
You have? Okay. And have you ever met with them?
No, sir. Never.
Is it more of a, you say these things because you want to excite yourself to fulfill your needs while you're there? You fantasize while you're sitting there of what you could be doing with this, even though you're on the other side of the computer. You're saying these things to gratify yourself.
Yeah, there was never any intention to cross that line any time. Even yesterday, I know it.
Okay? But I guess
I know.
I'm here to help you, okay?
I hope you can.
And I think you do have a problem.
Obviously.
And you've admitted that, okay? That you have talked to minors before, 13 years of age. that you say the things you say because of your sexual gratification. Do you masturbate while you're doing this?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I have, yeah.
So you're so driven by this, okay?
But, sir, it's not like...
Okay, just listen to me a minute.
No,
okay?
I think I feel like I should at least tell you, it's not like it's... I go on there specifically looking for little kids.
Okay, and I'm not saying that's all you look for, okay? But you're doing this, okay? For your sexual gratification. You say you know it's wrong, but what concerns me is you go ahead and drive up here knowing this 13-year-old is home alone, by herself. Her parents are not around. You admit to writing the things in here and getting your sexual gratification out of it at home, but you expect me to believe that you didn't have any beliefs of anything.
You know,
I almost to visit her.
I almost called her and said, you know, what are you doing? Why are you inviting a 26-year-old guy to your house?
Okay.
That crossed my mind.
But almost and doing are two different things,
I know.
and you still went through with it.
I know.
You still come to visit her. You pull right in, you walk right in to go see her.
Yes, sir.
The only way we can help you is, for you to be honest.
How are you going to help me, sir? What
We
can
talked
you
with
do?
our prosecutor and everything else.
I know what I
Even
was
though
doing.
you're pretty much doing everything and saying the things you're saying for your gratification at home.
Exactly. I know there's things that I shouldn't have done in the past on the internet.
As far as
Chatting with people,
other minors.
other minors, seeing them on camera.
Have you ever sent nude pictures or anything of yourself?
I've been on camera before,
Okay. Nude?
yes, but that wasn't, it was usually for older people.
Okay. But is there a remote possibility you've ever sent a nude picture to a minor?
It's possible. Some people might lie about their age too.
Okay.
I mean, I know her. I think she saw me with my shirt off and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. She never saw me naked.
What are these pills that you have with you?
They're just Advil. I went out last night and I had a headache.
They're just Advils?
Yes, sir. A generic Walprofen or something.
Okay. Do you have any pictures or anything on your phone?
No, it's not even a camera phone.
Is it camera? You care if I look?
Go ahead.
That thumb on it down. Bill, no problem.
No.
You have anything your Corvette we need to know about? Any condoms?
No, like I said, I wasn't intending on really doing anything.
Any pornographic pictures?
No, sir.
Okay. You mind if we take a look through that then?
Go ahead. You search my car. It's fine.
Say it's a 98.
Yes, sir.
Did anybody else know that you were coming up here today? Just you. And have you ever had any phone conversation with who you believe Danika?
Just today was the first time I ever talked to her.
Today on your way up here?
No, even before that, this morning, I called her and said, I don't know if I'm going to come or not. I don't really think it's going to, like I said, I even turned around once and called her and said, I don't really feel comfortable with this.
But you still come.
Well, she said, well, come and we'll just hang out. And I thought, well, if we're just hanging out.
Do you think it's right for a 26-year-old to hang out with a 13-year-old child? Even if it's just sitting
Just
and
hanging out
watching a
watching
movie?
No, probably not.
And you came from
Mainville, Cincinnati.
down by Cincinnati. So, do you feel that's odd? A 26-year-old man drives all the way from Cincinnati up here to sit and watch a movie with a 13-year-old.
Oh, yeah. I do. I'm not saying I don't need help. I'm not saying there's not something wrong with me.
What do you think's wrong with you?
I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I've done that stuff. I've thought about getting help in the past, and I honestly just never thought I could open up to a stranger, a psychiatrist.
So how long have you been doing this?
Well, like I said, I mean, the internet's been around since I was 12, 13. I've always chatted on there.
But how long have you think you've been
I don't
chatting
know.
with minors?
I can't give you specifics.
For
I
your
guess
sexual
since
gratification. Last
I was
year?
no longer a minor. I mean, I've always chatted to people. It wasn't always minors.
Right.
I don't know. I can't give you any specific dates. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And I've chatted to.
Do you enjoy talking to a minor though, for your gratification?
It wasn't just the minors. It was just girls in general.
Okay. So either it's a minor or a female, but it's to get your gratification.
Basically, that's all it was for, sir. It was personal. It wasn't that I wanted anything else. Ever.
Okay. But the concern we have is that you come all the way from Cincinnati.
I know.
After everything you said for your gratification,
I know it doesn't look good.
you've come all the way up here and you've met or tried to meet with a 13-year-old female.
I can't explain it. I wish I could. I wish I knew why I was like this and what was wrong with me. I really had thought about getting help in the past, and I thought maybe I had gotten over some of that. In fact, I deleted a lot of people that I chatted to once in a while. I stopped getting on there for a while, and then I started up again. I thought I could beat it on my own, and apparently I just didn't have the willpower, sir.
I mean, when you get online with these people and you start talking, what's it make you want to do?
Nothing. I mean, I have never, ever crossed the line with one of my students or anything.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it's never even really crossed my mind.
Have you ever chatted with one of your students?
No. Never would have done anything to any of them. Never would have ever, attempted it. I think really, when it was online, it was more of a fantasy. Like, this isn't real. But in real life, I never wanted that. And even today, I don't know why I came up. I don't know what made me do it. I wish I could tell you. I know you probably think I'm full of but
So
I'm
if you
really
would have
not.
got here and you would have walked in and there's a 13-year-old girl standing there in her bra and panties, what would have happened? What would you have done?
It's speculative. I don't know. I didn't think that was going to happen.
You didn't think that?
No, sir. Please understand.
It's in your chat log, isn't it? So you can't tell me you didn't have a belief that that could have happened. Am I correct?
It was Listerine strips. It crossed my mind,
There was a thought there that could
but
have
I
happened.
didn't think it was going to,
Okay.
and I didn't want it to. You got to believe me on that. I didn't want to have sex with her. I didn't even want to kiss her. I didn't really want to do anything. I just wanted to hang out with somebody to take my mind off of my life right now. I just wanted to hang out with somebody that I could talk to. I mean, when I met the girl, I told her, I'm married. And then this week, I was venting to her about, whoever I was talking to, about getting a divorce. I mean, I don't know. I know that sounds like bull, but... And your question, I don't know. I don't know if that's a fair question. That's not really what I thought was going to end up happening.
But my question to you is, what if you come up here and we weren't here and they weren't doing what they were doing and there was actually a 13-year-old girl in that house that was waiting on you and just her
wouldn't have
bras
done
and
anything.
just her panties?
I'm telling you, bottom of my heart, I wouldn't have done anything. I've never done something like that with a kid.
You've never done something like that,
I know
but
you're
you went
saying,
ahead
and I
and come
know
up here.
the studies show that, one thing leads to another with sexual predators. Apparently that's what I am. I never thought I was. I wouldn't. Like I said, I don't know why I'm here.
On your whole way up, on your whole drive up here, when you're thinking about all this, are you thinking to yourself, man, if I show up here and she's like this, what's going to happen? Or did you play this through your mind? I mean, you're telling yourself, I didn't want to do this.
I'm telling myself.
But by
it's
knowing
in me.
this, you know what? You listen to me. You know what you're saying to her, and you know what she's saying to you. You can't tell me that's not going through your mind the whole way up here from Cincinnati.
Yes, sir, it was. Lots of different things went through my mind.
What was going through your mind?
And the conclusion I always came to was, I am not gonna touch this kid.
Okay, but what else was going through your mind?
What do you mean?
I mean, what else? You're thinking about what she told you, how she's going to be dressed, or things you're going to
She didn't
do?
tell me what. Actually, I guess she did, but I wasn't gonna.
There's a belief that she could have been in her bras and panties. Am I correct?
She never said she was gonna greet me in her underwear.
Okay, but you talk about getting on top of each
Yes,
other,
I know.
not having shirts
I
on,
know.
grinding on each other.
That was on there. That wasn't what I was gonna do in real life.
Okay, but there's that chance that that could have happened, right?
No.
No.
No, I know you're looking at me and thinking I'm full of it.
But if you showed
No.
up and walked through that door and there's
No.
a 13-year-old like that,
No,
there wouldn't have never been a chance for that to happen.
sir, no. I'm telling you right now. You're asking me. Don't try to make me tell you something that's not true. No. The whole way up here, I thought, if something she tries, I'm not gonna do it. It's not right. It's real life, and it's not gonna happen. I know you don't believe me, but no. I'm sorry. No.
So what you were writing in there, was that right?
Oh, hell no. Obviously not.
But you did that anyway,
Yes.
and then you're on your way up here, so you came halfway on that one
I wasn't gonna
to
do
make
it.
the trip up here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Well,
now-
why even put yourself in that situation?
I don't know.
Why did you even drive all the way up here?
In fact, I wondered if this was some sort of setup the second she said it. I thought I'd be a fool to put myself in that situation. And I'm a fool.
All right. Was there anything else you think you need to tell us or let us know about?
I was
Where's the computer at that you were using to chat back and forth?
in my house.
Okay. And right now you live there by yourself?
Yeah, my wife moved out.
Okay.
Why?
Why do I want to know where your computer's at? I'm just asking where you was at the time when you were doing this. I don't think we're going to take this. There ain't nothing on there as far as pictures. So I don't need that.
Okay.
And now what?
Huh?
Now what?
You're not taking any film? Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
There's just one call and no pictures, nothing.
What do you have in your computer at your house?
They've been taking them all in.
What do you mean?
Is there any pictures of anybody
It's up to
underage?
you, I don't care.
Underage.
Go ahead and take that.
Probably.
That way we have it.
There is?
We have to.
Probably.
There's one.
Nude pictures?
I don't think so.
There's no nude pictures of anybody underage?
Honestly, I don't
Did you
think.
talk to?
A couple of people on there. I mean, they might be in underwear or something. I don't think there's any nude. I could be wrong. I don't think I've ever had anything or kept anything like that.
Okay. Have you received that? On like
People have sent it, and I always just said no, delete it.
Okay.
And even any. Sure. I hope not.
Okay.
Maybe, but I don't think.
Are you like 50-50 on that?
Probably.
So there's
It's a possibility.
probably a decent chance that there is. I mean, you're kind of coin toss at this point.
Yeah. And if there is, I don't know.
Is there any minors on there?
That's what I said. I mean, there are probably people that are minors. I don't think there's any nude pictures. I mean, it's just all this is a picture of me.
Okay.
Some of them have sent provocative pictures, like
As far
underwear and
as-
things.
Okay.
It might be on there. I don't think.
And these are minors that have sent you this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, and I'm telling you, it was probably 2 months ago. I said, I don't know what I'm doing. And I had pictures at that time and stuff, and I deleted everything, deleted all the people off my friends list. Said, I've got to quit doing this. I'm hurting myself, and I'm going to hurt somebody else. And I just wasn't strong enough to not do it.
How many minors have you been talking with here?
I don't know.
When you deleted everything, how many minors were you talking to at that time?
I don't know.
5, 10, 15,
I don't know.
more?
I don't know. I mean, usually I only talk to a person once or twice and then never talk to them again.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like I had ongoing relationships with anybody except a couple of people that I've talked to for years.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is there anything in your vehicle we need to know about?
no, sir, nothing.
You don't have anything hidden in there anywhere or anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay. And you're going to give us consent to search that? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, no.
Do you know your license plate number?
No, I don't.
You call.
You need it?
Yeah, call Corey. See if we can get that. It's Turner.
We'll actually sign here permission to search for your motor vehicle, okay? You said that they were for sure not going to find anything in there, though, right? Okay.
Did your wife know that you had this problem? Did she know that you talked to minors or anything?
No, this had nothing to do with the divorce or anything.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to stop. It was for her. One of the biggest reasons.
So you're making it sound like, and I'm not trying to say you're a bad person, but that
I'm a bad person, sir.
this has been happening for a good while now. Because you have concerns about
Myself.
what's going on or what's driving you. Is there concerns of, where's this leading me to?
That was kind of. I mean, I really never, honestly, even today, didn't intend anything to happen. But that was one of the things I thought I'll quit doing it on my own, and I thought I should maybe get some help. But I never thought I could talk to somebody about it.
But with your actions and what keeps going and you keep doing more and more, I mean, is there a concern there that
That's why I was thinking about getting help.
this is going to lead to more? That it's going to get more serious?
I really never thought it would. I really never thought it would.
What's your thought now?
I still don't think it would have.
But you're still coming and you're visiting a 13-year-old girl.
Sir, I know. I know.
One that's on the bottom of that one page.
But I don't think I would have done it. Deep down in my heart.
I think I do.
All right. What we'll do is read this to you here. Okay?
Okay.
And then I will cuff you and let you sign it. The undersigned, which is you residing at 2940 Millbank Road, Mainville, Ohio, is hereby voluntarily authorized Deputy J.S. Mullen and other officers he may designate to assist him to search, and I've crossed this out, your residence, okay? To search my motor vehicle, namely my 98 Chevrolet Corvette, bearing license plate number DHX2176 of the state of Ohio, presently parked at the Dark County impound lot. Okay? And I further authorize said officers to remove from my... I'll cross that out and that out. Remove from my motor vehicle whatever documents or items of property whatsoever which they deem pertinent to their investigation, with the understanding that said officers will give me a receipt for whatever is removed. And I have given this written permission to these officers freely and voluntarily without any threats or promises having been made, and after having been informed by said officer that I have a right to refuse this search and or seizure. Okay?
Sir, it's fine.
Okay. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Can you stand up? Okay, just pull your hand out. There you go.
Could you put those in the front? I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't believe you are, and we got these loose. But our policy, I need to put them back here.
I'm sorry.
Especially since we're in a vehicle without a cage. Okay.
Now what?
Right now, you're going to be charged with attempted unlawful sexual conduct with a minor.
Can I have a lawyer?
Okay.
Can I have a lawyer?
You will have a chance to call him if that's what you wish.
I mean, I don't have a personal lawyer. Somebody
Yeah.
have to. I mean,
You'll be arraigned come Monday morning, and they'll explain to you as far as what your charges are and whether you seek court-appointed counseling or what. They'll explain all that to you there.
so I'll be in custody.
Yes, sir. No, not yet. Take a quick picture of you here, and then we'll get out of here, all right?
Picture of myself. Sure.
Yeah, you don't need that anymore, do you?
This.
I'll put these back in your pocket. And give you your license
Can you
back.
put it in my pants pocket? It's gonna fall out of there.
Front?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, step over to this one.
What's your head you need?
Let me go back in real quick and initial that tape.
Here. There's a beige mat on the right. Step up to it. Have you place your head on it for me. Okay. Bring your legs back to me as far as you comfortably can. Spread them apart. I'll take these cuffs off of you. When I do, when she puts the hands on the wall above your head, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and pull your arm out. On the wall. On the wall. It's above your head. And the same with this one. You have anything on you that's going to poke me or stick me?
No.
You have any piercing or jewelry on your body?
My tongue.
Is it in now?
Yes. Yeah, the.
Advil?
Yes.
Some gloves?
Manage my nose, man.
Itch your nose? Yes. You have any money in your wallet?
$3.
That for me. Go ahead and face me. Open your mouth. Okay. Lift your tongue.
Put that in there.
And put it in the middle for me. And take it out. Okay. What I have you do now is take your index fingers, place them on the inside of your mouth. Pull down on your lip. Run it all the way through the back. Do the same with the top.
Well,
Okay. Go ahead and remove your jacket for me. Okay. I have you remove your tennis shoes one shoe at a time, the wrong side out when you pull them off. Hand the shoes up to me. Okay, we'll see the bottom of your left foot. Wiggle your toes. Do the same with the right. No more piercings on your body or anything like that. Go ahead and resume the position on the wall. No navel piercings, anything like that. Go ahead and slide those sandals on for me. Grab your shoes and your jacket. Have a seat there in that green chair.
Your hands up, right? Okay, I'm Deputy Rio, County Sheriff's Office. I'm in charge of the impound lot and also in charge of the property room. Car's been impounded back here at the Sheriff's Office. It can be released from tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. If anybody, you can call to come and get it or whatever. There is a tow bill due $80 and there's going to be storage fees for $5 for today and tomorrow.
if by any chance I do get released, can I take it out?
Yeah, as long as you can pay that stuff before you
Does
get
credit
done.
card work?
I don't know. I don't take that kind of stuff. We did take one thing out of your car. It's a plastic bag, or I would put it in a plastic bag. It's a handwritten directions
house,
to the
yeah.
house where you were at. This will put in your property room. That's a receipt showing that. You have any question about your car, the impound, or this property? Okay. Good luck to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Tom, can we see your green chair?
What's your last name, sir?
Rutherford.
First name?
James.
Middle name?
Maurice.
M-A-R-I-C-E?
M-A-U-R-I-C-E.
M-A-U-R-I-C-E. What's your mother's maiden name? And,
80.
and what city were you born in?
Cincinnati.
Up, second shop, up.
And what's your address?
2940 Millbank Road. All one word.
Millbank, M-I-L-L.
Yeah, Bank. B-N-K. Mainville, Ohio.
M-A-I-N.
M-A-I-N-E. B-I-L-L-E.
Zip code there.
45039.
Phone number including area code. Married, divorced, single, separated?
Separated, I guess, technically now.
And do you have any kids?
No.
What's the highest level of education that you completed?
College. College degree.
All four?
You want control call, it's 1401, not 1403.
Okay. And what was the last college that you attended?
Indiana University.
Do you have an attorney?
No, I don't. Do I request one from you or what?
No, they'll take care of that in court. If you just have a particular attorney that you know of right now, we go ahead and list that.
No.
And where do you work?
St. Margaret of York School.
St. Margaret? Of York, you said?
Yes.
And the address?
I have no idea, sir.
You know what street it's on?
Columbia.
What city is that?
Mainville. Well, Loveland.
Loveland?
Loveland, yes.
Ohio?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You have a zip code there?
45140, I believe. Was a teacher.
You have no phone number there?
No, it's on my cell phone.
Okay. We're good to go on those?
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious because I didn't recognize it. What color's your hair? Brown? Okay.
5'8".
And what do you weigh?
165, 170. Right.
Do you wear glasses or contacts at any time?
I need you to put your initial right there stating that that is your cash and that's the correct amount. Okay.
You got a tattoo on your back.
It's a baby Grim Reaper.
Last name's going to be Rutherford. First name's James. All right. Okay. Do you need to make any phone calls?
Yes, I'm gonna have to call my parents.
If you'd like to, go ahead. Right there's the phone.
We'll have to do it with everybody else here.
All you gotta do is pick it up and listen to the directions, okay?
You guys go away for this, please. Oh, my mom's heart broke down here.
What's the phone number there you're calling?
812-637-3858.
812-637?
Yes.
8158?
637-3858.
3858.
Jim.
Yeah, two. We're just running a tally. That should be the next one. It should automatically pop up, yeah. We just kind of wrote these down, so we just scratch them off as we go, so I don't have to wait.
What if nobody answers?
We can try back in a little while.
Maybe turn to your left.
Charles, too. Good, too.
Turn to your right. Okay, picture the tattoo on your back. I need a picture of it here. Do you have any other major scars or marks on your body?
Headache scar on my knee, that's it.
What happened to your knee?
ACL reconstruction.
Okay, go ahead and lift your pant leg there for me if you can. that everything? Okay, good. Have a seat for me.
A little more finishing.
Large bun.
Items that we're going to be issuing you while you're here in jail. If you read down here at this print, any item that's issued to you, you're responsible for that item. If anything should be broken, defaced, misplaced, whatever, you're responsible for it. Okay? Make sure everything that's on this list stays in your possession. This sheet here is stating that you have insurance through Anthem, correct? Okay. If you need any kind of medical attention, we'll ensure that you get it. We'll bill your insurance company. Have you sign here? And here are these pieces for me.
Bags. Okay, I got a series of medical questions that I need to go through with you, okay?
Yes.
Do you have any allergies?
I'm allergic to nuts.
I'm sorry?
Nuts.
Nuts?
Yeah.
Any kind of nuts? Dust? I mean, there's different allergies
Dust.
to nuts.
I'm allergic to animal dander. But I can eat peanuts. I just can't eat other nuts.
Okay, that's why there's some people that are just allergic to the nuts themselves. There's other people that are allergic to the dust from the powder.
No, I don't.
From the nuts.
I don't know. I mean,
Okay. So basically, it's just the nuts. Okay. Anything else?
no.
Arthritis?
No.
Asthma?
Yes.
Use an inhaler? What type of inhaler do you use?
Albuterol.
You have any sort of dental problems?
No.
You suffer from withdrawals of DTs?
No.
Diabetes? Epilepsy? Fainting spells?
No.
Do you have a doctor prescribed diet? Any urinary tract problems? Ulcers? Venereal disease?
No.
Have you ever tested positive for AIDS, tuberculosis, or hepatitis?
No.
Any type of heart or high blood pressure problems? Are you being treated for any mental health problems? Have you ever tried to kill or harm yourself? Are you feeling suicidal right now? Are you taking any medication?
Yeah, Advair. On top of the albuterol, Advair.
Advair?
Yeah. And Allegra.
Allegra?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
No.
Advair and Allegra. Are either of those prescription?
Both.
Who prescribed your medication?
It's a Dr. Bernstein.
Bernstein?
Yeah.
Do you have any other medical problems that I need to know about?
That's it.
Do you use alcohol? What do you drink when you do?
Beer usually.
Beer. And how often do you drink when you do?
Not very.
Once a week, once a month?
Once a week.
Alcoholic beverages.
Last night.
Do you use any sort of street drugs? $50. Okay.
Yep. You have medical insurance, right? What's the name of the company?
Anthem.
And address?
23299 Brightwoods Drive.
2 words or one?
One.
Just 1 minute.
Violent offense?
No.
This was a scar?
Yeah. Scar. Knee surgery as well. Okay, Mr. Rutherford, these are all booking sheets, information that we just went over with. This is all your personal information about you, your home address, things like that, your scars, mark, tattoos, and what your charges are. Need a signature at the X. Okay. This is all the items that you came in with, from clothing down to your money. You have $3. And this is a medical questionnaire. All the medical questions we ask you about, your allergies, things like that. And a signature from you there.
I have to date it.
You don't need to do it. Take care of that.
Shoes, socks, anything's laying down there, and step right in that room for me.
Green chair.
Yeah, have a seat in the green chair.
Okay, Ms. Rutherford, and I sit over here and one fingerprint. Bottom part of the phone. Anita, can you pick up? Can you pick up, please? Hello, let you know we have one minute for this call. We have an hour.
Hey, E1, Edward 1.
Peanut butter, pretty much.
Jim.
2.
Okay. Okay. Just wanted to let you know ahead of time, just in case. Huh? Yeah, yeah. All righty, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Our kids.
They can't have peanut oil. I believe he's only allergic to peanuts themselves.
She's a
Do you guys have my cell phone that I could look up my mom's cell phone number?
No, cell phones have been seized as evidence, so I don't have them or have access to
They're
them.
not home.
That won't make calls to the cell phone anyway. They can't accept to collect calls on them. There's most cell phones that doesn't work. Yeah. Need your signature right here.